Welcome back to Triumphant TV. I've always told you we will bring you the most exciting people around. I told you when I interviewed her other half. I won't say better half because you guys are equal. You guys are equally yoked, so I won't do that today. That I would be bringing her on as well. This is my little sister that I've never met, but you mess with her, I will give you a problem. Absolutely. They are my team. They are relationship goals for real. So, uh, Calicia, Patrice, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, really quickly, really quickly, because I have something I'm gonna do differently today. I'm gonna start us off with, but just give us a quick brief who you are, why you're here, outside that you love me, and let's get into some things.
My name is Calicia. I am the mother of six amazing, beautiful children. I am by trade a nurse. As a side gig, I do marketing and I do also networking. I love, absolutely love family, friends, and being together with my family and friends. That's why Tony and I are here tonight because I connected with him through somebody else, and we have just been family ever since. And I
Absolutely.
just want to say that, family is great. Like the people who you're born with, they're wonderful. But the people that you are able to choose to be in your circle, they always turn out being so much more you know,
That's right.
uh, wonderful and lovely to you in your life. So I thank you for having me and thank you for, staying the course and following and supporting us. We appreciate you. We value you immensely.
Like I told you from I guess day four of us meeting, you guys are in my heart, and however I can support, I'm going to support you guys. You guys are above board when it comes
Right.
to a couple and individuals. Like you get a couple sometimes you like the guy, you don't really like the girl, or you like the girl, you don't really like the guy. Come out, leave him home. Come out,
Yeah.
leave her home. You guys are a
Right.
complete package, and I love it, and I absolutely love it. So. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm doing certain things as this new podcast, as I brought this podcast back. So I'm trying some new things. So today I just said, hey, I've never done this before. So she's my sister and she loves doing nice and special things with me. So we're going to do rapid fire questions to start us off. So, first rapid fire question. You ready to go?
Let's go.
If you could leave one message in every home, what would it be?
Live every day like it's your last.
Love that. What's next for the brand? New journals, new courses, new events, new books, new networking, something else?
All of those things and always new journals. We're working on journals consistently. We just put out Hello Black Veteran probably about a few months ago. I'm not sure if it was out when Jemey was talking to you, but we want to do a conference. We want to travel with it. I think that's our next major goal with the brand.
Nice. What does success look like in the next 12 months?
What does success look like
Yes.
in the next 12 months?
Yes.
Success in the next 12 months looks like no new debt, at least one kid out of college because we have five in college.
Wow.
So at least one, hopefully two kids out of college with some type of career path. And yeah, no new debt, like just growth, just pure growth.
Nice. What's been the hardest part of building? Money, time, belief, people, or consistency?
Consistency. I think
Yeah.
consistency drives the other things. And sometimes,
Absolutely.
you kind of get tired, and
Yeah.
people don't understand like content creation. Yeah, you get paid for it, but it is a job. It's a job and it's not a
It's a
nine to
job.
five, it's a 24-hour a day
Yeah.
endeavor. So
Yeah.
consistency for me.
Absolutely. And the last one is what has surprised you most about your audience and your community?
What has surprised me the most? So have you ever seen the Mario movie? No.
The video game, the Mario movie?
Yeah, the Mario movie. It's a movie based about on Mario. You haven't seen it?
No, I'm gonna look at
No.
it now because you brought
You
it
you
up.
have to look at it. So there's a
Okay.
character on there, and the character's name is Lumily. Lumily. Look, you could just look up
Lumily.
Lumily and look up
Okay.
YouTube videos. So Lumily is like this very bright star with a very dark side. So
Wow.
nothing has surprised me about my audience, nothing, because people gonna people. So
Right.
I'm not
Right.
I'm rarely surprised by anything, so
Okay, cool. So I got a movie to look up. Going to concentrate on Lumini. And so, welcome to Triumph TV, the space where we do the inner work out loud. This is not motivational fluff. This is purpose. This is healing. This is faith. This is discipline. This is life lived out loud. If you're walking through life just trying to exist, this is the place for you to become free. So, because triumphant isn't just about getting hit, it's about getting up with resilience and purpose and intention. So, wherever you're watching from right now, I need you to do me a favor. Take a second, breathe, loosen up your shoulders, lock in. Because we give you language on every episode that will help you make it through this life. So, like, subscribe, and share. So, let's get into it. Yes, 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 yes. I love that special beat. It was made just for me by Chris. He's like, I think Chris just turned 25. So if you're looking for a producer, hit me up. I'll make sure I point him into your direction. He's a young kid that's doing some wild and wonderful things. So, sis, we're going to get into it. First 7 questions was about the childhood. So we can do it one of two ways. We can breeze through 1 through 7, skip around, see what happens, or you can call out a number and then I'll ask you that question. It's up to you how you want to do this tonight.
um I want you to do it however you feel most comfortable.
Come
Cause you
on
know
now.
me.
You know me.
I'm ready for whatever.
All right, so we'll play around with content as we move along. So,
All
all right,
right,
ask me a
let's go.
question. Ask you a number 1 through 7. Let's start at that.
Okay. 1 through 7, I will go 3.
3. Who influenced you most growing up? Parent, grandparent, mentor, neighbor, and how?
Always my father, and still to this day is influencing me. If anybody caught our first interview, you would know
Right,
that my father is my best friend. He's my hero. He's my heart. He's the love of my life. I know that sounds
right,
really weird, but he is the one who has taught me, who has grown me into the woman that I am today. It sounds crazy, but yes, he has done so much to influence how I turned out that I can't be more grateful to a man than I am to him. That sounds
nice,
bad to my
nice.
husband, but I can't. Like,
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound.
not
No,
if
knowing
you're secure in yourself as a man, it doesn't.
and
But
your
yeah,
husband is nowhere near insecure.
no,
So,
he's not, and I'm grateful for that.
so
But
that's
he
the
knows.
beautiful
He
part.
knows when my daddy comes around, I am like a puppy in the pound. That is my
Right,
daddy.
right, right, right. And what he had to do is he had to break some of those barriers to get to the place that he's at. So I'm pretty sure.
He did, and he is a lot like a lot of the people who helped to raise me. Just really quickly, my son asked me the other day because I don't have any brothers, and
Right,
he was like, "Do you ever wish you had brothers?" And I was like, "I was raised by such a strong community of men and women,
right,
but my dad had all brothers and one sister." You know, my mom had brothers, and they were like so close to me that I didn't even realize I didn't have a brother. They were like in my network of people, so it never fazed me that I did not have a brother.
And that's why the village is so important. That right there is
It
why the
is.
village is so
It
important.
is.
Okay,
Indeed.
so 1 through 7, we've knocked off 3.
All right, let's go 7.
7. What did you learn early about survival, resilience, and keeping it together?
Never let anybody see you sweat. Never let anybody see you sweat. Always keep your game face on, because the
Okay.
moment people see weakness, the moment they think that you're weak or they find a weakness, they exploit it to the best of their ability. So just keep a straight face, poker
Okay.
face.
All right. So let's go deeper into that. What brought you to that revelation? Like what brought you there? Like say, hey, I can never let them see me sweat.
Well, I have, you know, as we discussed before, got married at a young age, but also prior to any of that, I just saw the way that my dad rallied for community. Like my dad raised a farm, he raised animals, he did
Wow.
everything. He fished, he hunted. He was the one who was putting food on everybody's table. And it felt like nobody understood that this was something that he did out of the kindness of his heart. So the
Wow.
moment that he
Okay.
wasn't able to do these things, I feel like people started to take advantage of him, and they didn't support him in the same way that he supported them. And I think
Right.
that took a toll on me mentally and emotionally, and it kind of took me to a place where, okay, all right. And then it made me understand that nobody owes you anything. Like nobody
So
owed him anything for the things that he
right.
did. But the
Right.
fact that you chose not to support him in his time of, distress or needing you, it let me know that people are not who they say they are. Sometimes they
Wow.
just, take advantage of a good situation.
That's a hard lesson to learn. How old were you when you was hit with that lesson?
Probably about maybe 14, 15 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my
Okay.
daddy had a car accident. Well, actually, he was a logger, and he had an accident. He and my mother were in a terrible accident. My mother was pinned in a log truck because the
Wow.
logs came through the truck and
Right.
pinned her to the truck. And a couple of people actually got killed in this car accident. And
Wow.
so during the time when my mother was in the hospital, me and my sister, God rest her soul, she passed away a few years ago, but she and I were kind of at the house, and she would, was fending for me, like 'cause I was 14, 15. So she was like, she's 5 years older than me. So she was like
Okay.
maybe 19, 20. And she was taking me back and forth to school and stuff. And we lived in a village, right? Because I just talked about the village, but none
Right.
of those people came to rally around us and support us. And like when my dad got out of the hospital, when my mom got out of the hospital, he stayed at the hospital with my mom the entire time she was there, because she had to have like facial reconstruction surgery
Wow.
and like a lot. She had a back brace, and so when he finally made it home, we ended up finding out that somebody had broken into our house and stole a lot of money, because my mom and dad used to keep a lot of money in the house. And it wasn't very many people who had access to our house.
Right.
So
Right.
we got to
Right.
figure out, it was
Okay.
somebody within the community. So, it was a very eye-opening moment for me. And it's something I'll never forget. And I have definitely held everybody at a what is it,
Accountable.
arm's length.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just I treat everybody with a long handle spoon. That's what they say. Because I'm like, yeah, you can come, but here, I'll put the spoon right here now.
So,
Not too close.
has that been trust issues for you? Like, has that?
Um, a little, not like, I do allow people in, but not so close to the point where like I'm not keeping a side eye on you.
Okay. Okay. One more question here because this is important. Um,
Okay.
when it comes to having girlfriends, right?
Mhm.
Are all your girlfriends from the past, or do you have new ones?
I don't really have any girlfriend. I had okay, so quick story. We're gonna wrap this up. I had a friend that I have been friends with since I was in kindergarten.
Wow.
Kindergarten.
Okay.
That's like grade school. Actually, we were friends before that because her father and my father were best friends. So like we knew each other like going into kindergarten.
Right.
Her father committed suicide when we were
Oh.
going to the first grade. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget my dad coming home and telling me. And at that time, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know
Right.
what was going on.
Right.
But
Right.
so, anyways, she and I were cool, like best friends throughout grade school, throughout high school, throughout college. When I got married, was having kids, she was there for me. And then one day, she stopped talking to me. Like, just like and so of course I'm reaching out to her, I'm calling her, and I'm like, hey, what is going on? Like, what's happening? And she gave me the most asinine excuse as to why she didn't want to talk to me anymore. And I'm just like, what? Like, what happened? And so she was just like, she didn't want to be bothered. And I was like, you know what? That took the cake for me. Like, I
Right.
already had my
Right.
dad's situation with his family and stuff. And I'm
Right.
I haven't done anything to this lady. Like, we've been friends our whole lives, but people change. And I don't think people
Yeah.
understand that people go through cycles of life where they feel like things don't benefit them, anymore.
Right.
And when they come to that place, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, there's nothing I could have done or said to change the outcome. She could have come to that conclusion regardless. So I don't
Right.
know. I
Right.
don't know. So
Right. Yeah.
that's
I
it. So
read
I
some.
don't really have girlfriends like that.
And I kind of knew the answer to that, especially how, when we always talk, you're always pouring into your family. You're always taking care of your girls. You're making sure people's at their football games, and like that's your pour. You're pouring into them
Yes.
at all times. So when I said that, I was like, yeah. If it's not somebody from way back in the day, there's no one new lurking around.
No, no, indeed. You pinned it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to introduce you to my sister Akeisha though,
Okay.
because you
Arkisha, who?
um Harris.
Okay.
She's in North Carolina,
Okay. I
Henderson,
just
North
I
Carolina.
know an
Yeah.
Arkisha that lives here that's on a
Okay.
television
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
That's why I was
yeah,
asking. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
See,
Sounds good. I'm
you
always
guys,
down to
you
meet
guys got
people
the
now.
same cadence. You guys got the same cadence in your voice and stuff. So yeah, absolutely. And
I'm
she's
intrigued.
like that too. She's real down to earth, real sweet, but she don't play no games. So 1 through 7, taking out 3 and 7.
Let's go one.
One, when you where you, excuse me, where you grew up at, what did home feel like as a kid?
Home felt like peace. Home felt like um you talk about survival. Home felt like, so I was raised on a farm, chickens, guinea pigs, cows, all the things. Home felt like survival. Home felt
Nice.
like there was no. We had a pond, like we could fish on a pond, like we hunted, like I grew up in such a, what I would want to say, close knit community that the way that we are today is almost disgraceful. Like, we have a
Wow.
prayer line every Sunday night, and it's just like they argue about petty things. And I always feel like
Wait,
the
time
more
out,
we,
time out. You said you have a prayer line,
Mhm. Yeah, we do a
a
prayer
prayer
line every
line,
Sunday night. Prayer
but
line.
you're arguing.
Yes, yes.
So
They argue about the pettiest stuff.
time out. PRAY line, prayer
to
line.
to the Lord.
I just want to make sure I was hearing it correctly.
Well,
You
so
have a
before we
prayer
pray,
line,
before they pray, they have conversation.
right?
So it's kind of like a
Okay,
Sunday gathering on the phone because it's
okay,
like a
okay,
phone line.
okay,
And so
okay.
before they pray, it's like, how was your week? What did you do? So everybody kind of talks. It's like maybe 20 of us on the line. And so somebody will inevitably say something that somebody else does not agree with. Okay. And so there's no civility here. Like, there's like, oh
Right.
no, she didn't say that. So it's just like,
Wow.
like last Sunday, I had to like literally say, pause, like stop. Like this is
Right.
not what we're here for. Like,
Okay.
it was terrible. And these are, let me tell you, let me just say this. These ladies are mostly my grandmother and her sisters, and maybe three or four other people on here. So we're talking 72 to 85. My grandmother's the oldest.
Wow.
So
Wow.
85 to 72. And they on the line bickering like the Golden Girls. I'm like, if y'all don't get y'all life together right now,
And then they
it's
start
gonna be
praying.
too late. You right here at the crib for too late to get it together.
Wow. That is amazing. That is
It is.
absolutely. I guess it's great because you can get bigger, get it out, and then pray about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, that's
Okay.
what they do.
All right.
But we can't keep doing the same thing every week, though.
No, no, no. We gotta let that go.
Gotta
One
let
through
it go.
seven, eliminating one, three, and seven.
So let's go to
Two. What were your biggest values when you were raised? Spoken or unspoken?
values. Virginity. That was a big value. Outside of that, I was raised Jehovah's Witness. I don't know how many
Okay.
people, know that or understand that, because every time I say it, people are like, "What?" So religion
You was
was
knocking.
big in
You
my
was
house.
you was knocking on doors.
Yes, sir, Mom. I had a sermon and everything. Do you know what the
Nice,
future holds? Revelation 21, 3 and 4. Says that God
my
will wipe every
God.
tear from your eyes. I'll never forget that.
Wow, wow.
So yes, I was knocking on doors. I love when I ran into a classmate or somebody that I would see at school. Oh my God. That was always the best. Man, guess who came to my house this weekend? I'm like, oh, here we go.
Wow. Wow. So
So
let's
so
pause there for
religion.
pause there for 2 seconds.
Okay.
What was that like as a kid knocking on someone's door, and how many people did you go with?
How many people did I go with, like as far as
Uh,
knocking on their doors, or that I was knocking on their doors with?
Yeah, knocking like the group. How many people were in the group that decided we're gonna go into this neighborhood and knock on some doors?
So you want to know how many people were in our congregation? When I was younger, we had a big congregation. It was probably about maybe 70 people in my small community. Like, because I was
Wow.
raised in Fayette, Mississippi. If anybody is
Okay.
listening, like, go and look up the population. It is minute. So it was about 70 of us, but mostly my family, like the Tenners, the Cahos, the Whites. The Feltons. Like I know even the the family groups that were there. But so my grandmother, and you know what? I have been trying to research the origin of how we got to that religion. Like who brought this to our family, in the
Wow.
beginning, because my grandfather, my great grandfather, and my great grandfather were all members of this organization. And so
Okay.
I don't know how it got to us, but we were Jehovah's Witnesses. That's why I was born into. Actually,
Nice.
my mom was a Jehovah's Witness. My dad was non-denominational.
Okay.
He was just kind of like out here in the wind. And so, and so but he would go to the Kingdom Hall with us. We don't say church, we
Right.
say meeting. So he would go to the meetings
Right.
with us, and now he is actually baptized. Like after
Nice.
me and my sister, yeah, after me and my sister left the house, he actually ended up getting baptized, and so now he's a witness, and now he goes out in the field ministry with my mom, and it's a
Nice.
whole thing. It's
The
a
whole
thing.
thing. Nice. Nice.
My neighbor is a
Nice.
Jehovah's Witness. Like I can't escape it. Everywhere I go.
So are you still a Jehovah Witness or?
So I'm not a practicing, but I do
Okay.
still attend, meetings occasionally. I haven't knocked on anybody's door in a very, very,
All
very,
right.
very long time.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but so religion and religion came, virginity came with religion. Those were two of the top morals in my household.
All right. Good. Cool. 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 We're gonna move into let's do this because we don't want to leave your mom out. How was
Okay.
your relationship with your mom?
It was tumultuous for the most part of my life. As right now, it's great. She and I have a great relationship because my sister's gone, so it's just me and her. So had
Okay.
no other
Right.
choice but to
Right.
get
Right.
along with me. So, but we had a pretty rough relationship. I was the baby, and this is something that I just recently discussed on a prayer line. It's like, and I also discussed it with my significant other. Is a lot of times we feel like parents are neglecting us, but a lot of times parents see more independence in us that than we see in ourselves. So sometimes neglect can be really them complimenting or them feeling, confident in themselves that this person can go on and do what they need to do. And we don't understand that because it just feels like, why are they not showing me the same amount of attention as they're showing this person? Or why are they not doing for me what they're doing for that person? But it's because they have the confidence that you're able to go on and do and, succeed without their help. And I feel like that's the relationship that me and my mom had. I feel like she did not do a lot for me because she was doing a lot for my sister. But now that she's passed away, maybe I was wrong. Maybe she was
Right.
doing that because she knew, that my sister was not as strong as I was.
And I'm so, you have no idea how grateful I am for you to express that. My oldest daughter, um, we don't currently speak, right? And one of the reasons
Mhm,
is
mhm,
she doesn't think, we parent her correctly. When we have
mhm,
I have had discussions with her, and what you just said was exactly what I told her. Like, you were
mhm,
independent to do a lot of things by yourself, so we allowed you to do a lot of things. It wasn't that we were neglecting you, but you were independent within,
mhm.
and we didn't want to put certain boundaries around you. So for you to
Right.
say that out loud, that's my, oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I was a baby though, so I didn't get that at the time. Like I
Right.
am the baby. Like I expected treatments as such.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
get it.
as like I said, as I grew and as time goes by, I understand and I realize why things were the way they are.
Fantastic.
So tell her
Let's
call me.
go
I'll talk to her about it.
one day. Let's talk about school identity and confidence.
School
So,
identity and confidence.
yeah, 8 through 12. Pick a number.
So let's go 12 down. We'll go 12 to
12.
8.
Okay. We'll go 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Want to do it that way?
Yeah, let's count down and
Okay,
then
cool.
I don't know how many more questions you got, but the next set we'll count up.
It's about 25. About 25. It's easy. They're
Okay.
cool.
Okay. All
12.
right.
When do you first realize that you got leadership within you?
Hmm. Probably very early on, like Head Start, kindergarten, like I was running things. Yeah, and the teacher left me to take names. I was like, yes. She said, girl, I'm taking names. Yeah, you over there. You finna get your name written down. I'm gonna tell the teacher, snitch, me, her. So probably very early on. Cause also like when I was younger, like I said, I grew up on a farm. So like
Right.
when all the kids would come around, I would be the ones that's leading, what's happening, what we're gonna do today. Today we playing
Okay.
kickball. We're gonna go on a safari. Like that would be me. And they'd be like, okay, let's go. So yeah,
Okay.
she was
Nice.
always that girl.
Nice. Nice. All right. Cool. Um, was there a teacher or an adult who changed your life with one sentence or act?
Hmm. So yes. And I tell this story often, and I've actually seen this teacher recently because she is family to my family. But when
Nice.
I was in kindergarten, I had a teacher and we were taking a test and my cousin was sitting next to me and I knew this was my cousin because we had been at the Kingdom Hall together, right? So she was sitting next to me and she was copying off of my paper, and
Oh,
I did not want her to copy off my paper. Like, you do your lesson, I'm gonna do my lesson, right?
right.
And so I wrote down the wrong answer. And
Oh,
so my teacher was watching me, unbeknownst to me, right? So I wrote down the wrong answer. And when she copied it onto her paper, I went back and erased all the answers and wrote the right answers down. Whole time, teacher watched me. I didn't know the teacher was watching me. And she came to me and she said, "Come here. I saw what you did." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm finna get a reward."
Right,
And
right,
she
right.
spanked me. And she said, "Don't do that." She was like, "That wasn't nice." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, get a word and copy my answers. And so that ultimately changed my life. So from that point on in my life, I have always been a giving person. Like, I have done people's
Okay.
work. I have allowed them to copy. I have taken tests and given people the test answers like that. I don't think I really understood and realized how much that impacted me as a person. Because from then on, I never ever did anything to that nature again. And I thought I was doing the right thing at the time. But
Well,
little did I know.
let's pause on that for a second because I'm thinking you're doing the right thing. I'm thinking you're teaching a lesson.
Yeah.
Don't
Well, I
copy
got taught
somebody's
once.
work. Right.
Right.
Learn on your own. Go learn for yourself. Like, um, I guess I can see both sides of the coin. I can't see
Hmm.
why a spanking would be involved. I can see a stern talking to, and you led the person astray, and da 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 da. Was the teacher a Jehovah's Witness too?
No.
Okay,
Mm-mm. She was
that's
not a
that's
Jehovah's.
that's that's that's
But she
very good.
definitely, she definitely gave me. I got 3 licks in my hand with a ruler.
Have you ever told her the story? Like, have you talked to her about it?
Yeah, we talked about it recently because I saw her. So her brother-in-law is married to my great aunt. And so
Okay.
my great aunt and her husband had a 50th anniversary party recently. And so I sat down, we
Wow.
were there and I was like, "Do you remember?" And she was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't have done that." I was like, "Oh, you standing on there 10 toes. Okay."
Well, did she tell you, like, did she give you a reason why that you shouldn't have done
No,
it?
she
Like,
didn't give me a
she never
reason
explained to you?
why.
No?
Mm-mm.
I'm
Mm-mm. It was
very
never an
curious.
explanation. Yeah,
Please
never an
ask her next
explanation.
time. Say, my big brother in New
I
York wants to
will.
know
I
why the
will. Like,
spank.
why did you feel like I shouldn't have done that? Like, I guess
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I guess she felt like I was being deceitful, but at the same time, like, she's copying off of my paper.
She's being
Why-
deceitful.
You're watching her copy off my paper. Why doesn't she get a pop pop?
Right.
I
Right.
don't understand why I'm the only
Oh,
one in
gosh.
trouble here.
My
A
goodness
mess.
gracious. Okay.
A whole mess.
Um, what did school teach you about confidence? Did it build you or did it
Um,
break you?
Hmm. So school absolutely built me. School absolutely
Okay.
built me because first of all, I'm a little dark skinned girl in the South, with
Woo.
a nappy head, and I was ridiculed and talked about. I was Shanae. I was Whoopi Goldberg. I was all the things. Okay, and it was only in my 20s that I realized that Whoopi Goldberg was a beautiful woman. So
Right.
it built me. It made me have tough skin because without it, I'd have been going home crying every day. But I never allow anybody's words to affect or offend me. And I don't know, and I guess just from being on, I don't want to say the plantation, but being on the farm, I guess just being around those kids and being around my family, I guess it was like, it was all that was around me, dark skinned people.
Right.
So I didn't even
Right.
know anybody else
Right.
existed until I got to school. So, and I never, white people, not a thing at my school. I didn't meet my first white person until I was like 7th or 8th grade. So
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know. I was dumb. So
Did you
built
want to touch
me.
their hair,
The answer is
touch their
built me.
skin? Did you want to touch their hair, touch their skin?
No,
Hey,
never,
you're white. What's that like?
never. Mm-mm.
No. All right.
Nope, never had any desire to do any of those things.
Okay. Did you feel seen at school? If not, what part of you felt invisible?
I always felt seen at school just because I was a smart girl. So
Okay.
I was the one, that was all the A's and getting all the good grades and could read well, and that came from my Jehovah's Witness training. from when I was an infant because we had the watchtowers and the awakes. And my mom and my auntie, they taught me how to read very little. Like I used to read encyclopedias. So like people always,
Wow.
I feel like people were intimidated by me a lot. So, it was kind of difficult to really make friends at first. But once people realized that I was just a laid back, cool person, I wasn't trying to be better than nobody. I was just
Trying to be in the moment.
trying to get popular, but not. Uh-oh. Are you there? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
something blanked
I'm
out.
here.
What happened?
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
it's my
Anyways,
worst
so no.
internet.
So I would say
Okay.
I was very much so seen. Even to this day, I didn't even graduate with my high school class. I graduated a year early, and I am the treasurer of my
Nice.
class still to this day.
Wait, you graduated before your class, and you're the treasurer of the class you should have graduated with.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. Well, I learned something new today. My sister's super smart and loved. Okay, we already know the answer to this one, but we're going to ask it anyway. What kind of
Okay.
student were you? Quiet, popular, creative, a rebel, and focused. Just say all five.
Well, I was definitely, I don't want to say I was a rebel, but I did get a lot of in school suspension. As smart as I was, you wouldn't think that, but I got a lot of in school suspension because I was the one that was going to go home and read, right? And so I would come back and
Uh,
the teacher would say something wrong, and I'd be like, that's not right. And so then I would like get in school suspension because I would be challenging the teacher. So,
okay,
yeah.
as you should.
I guess so Jamie has his podcast that he has to do, so he didn't know whether you wanted him to
Yeah, yeah.
say
So
something
we
now
can
or
do
you
this.
want
Talk to me,
Uh,
my guy.
I'm good, brother. How are you? It's always good to see you. What I want you to do really quickly, because I'm gonna ask you this question at the end of the podcast. If you can text me really quickly a question for her. Remember how I told you we do questions for the next guest, and she's
to.
the next guest. So just text me a question for her, and we'll ask it in about a half an hour or so.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
But I,
but it's
yeah, I
good to see
definitely
you,
was a
brother.
rebel.
What'd you say, sis?
Yes, sir. Good to see you, man. Out trying to make it happen. That's it. What's going on with you?
Just here doing it, loving your family as always. You know what I mean? Having the
I
opportunity. I love
appreciate
it.
it. Hey, we gotta get you to a family reunion. Like that's pretty much that's gonna seal the deal. Get you a T-shirt. Let you try everybody's cooking. We'll tell you who
Let's
can
make it
cook and who
happen.
can't, and
Tell me
then
when.
we'll go from there.
I already told you if you guys come up to Pennsylvania
So
for the young man's baseball game, I'm coming out there.
yeah, Josh signed with York, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I'll be looking forward to that question. Thank you. And go get ready for your show.
All right, bro. Peace. And that's so on time. We're walking into first loves, heartbreaks, and disappointments.
All right. This is one. Let's
Yay!
go.
So 13 through 17. You want to pick a question? You want me to pick the question?
You remember I said let's go up this time, and then the next one I'll pick. Let's
Okay.
go from lowest to highest this time.
From lowest to highest. Okay. What was your first real crush or love like, and what did it teach you about yourself?
Had a crush on this guy. I will not call his name just in case, because my people actually go back and watch these. He was like this musician and he could sing, and oh my God, I just thought he was dreamy Mac dreamy. And so I ended up, so when I was like fifth grade, my friends ended up forcing me to write him a letter, put it in his locker. And so I did.
Wow.
And so somehow they found out it was me. I don't know how, but he had a girlfriend. And so his girlfriend tried to
Oh.
beat me up.
Oh gosh.
His girlfriend just happened to, his girlfriend's dad happened to be a teacher at the school. And so he found out about it. And so he made her come and apologize to me. So it was
Okay.
a whole
Okay.
ordeal, okay?
Okay.
And
It was
so
a whole
it just
story.
taught me that it just taught me to Don't do what your friends tell you to do.
Right, right.
Like,
Follow
it's
yourself.
okay. Like,
Follow
yes,
yourself.
follow your heart.
Yeah. Um, that's great. Okay, so what was your first heartbreak? How did you recover from it?
My first heartbreak. So it would have to be, I guess, my divorce, because I really hadn't been in no serious relationships before I got married. Because I got married between 17 and 18 years old, and so that was
Wow.
my first real serious relationship. Yeah. So I went, like I said, I graduated high school a year early, so I was in college and let this athlete bamboozle me, and we got pregnant, and it was a shotgun wedding, and so it didn't last, and so we ended up getting divorced, and I was young and dumb, and I was just like, I wanted to be out of the relationship, but I hadn't been, in any other relationships, and I had kids
Right.
with this man, so it was an ordeal. I
Really?
finally got over him. Yeah, yeah, it was. We ended up getting
Was it
back
a
together and then
really?
breaking up
Okay.
again. Yeah, yep, yep. So
How long did the
ordeal.
relationship last?
We were married for 9 years.
9 years. How many kids?
Yeah. We have two children together.
Okay, 9 years, two kids. I love the word you use, bamboozled. At what point did you realize you were bamboozled?
Probably day one.
Really?
I mean, I just knew that in my heart, I can't even lie. To this day, I knew we wouldn't make it to forever. I knew we wouldn't. But like I said, when you get pregnant, you in the Kingdom Hall. You're not gonna embarrass your mom and daddy. So
Right, right,
let's
right,
get
right, right,
married. Then tell the people we pregnant. So it was just kind of like
right,
that. So I was just
right.
like, this ain't gonna work.
Okay,
But
okay,
we did the best we could do for what we had. Like I was 17, he was 22.
okay,
18, 19, 20, 21. He was 21, I was 17. So we were like 4 years apart. So,
okay.
but
And
that
what's
didn't last.
interesting about the story, right? Not was it the mental state of going into a marriage knowing it's not going to last. I've spoken over the last 2 years. I would have to say about at least 10 women who said, I got married knowing it wasn't going to last.
I knew.
And I'm like,
I knew.
wait, what? Like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
I
no,
knew.
it was with this, or he did that, or I just could see he didn't have all the qualities I was really looking for, and it's just some circumstance. And I'm like, that is very, very interesting because I've never heard a guy say, "Yeah, I was getting
Mm.
married. I didn't know it was going to last. I just did it to be doing it." I hear women say that, so I'm becoming more and more curious to how I already know the how you got to your situation because, like you said, you're 17 years old. You're in the Kingdom Hall. Your parents are involved in the church. You knocking on people's doors. So marriage it was definitely no way out. There was no shacking up there. So I understand why the
No,
marriage
sir.
happened. So let me ask
Yeah.
this question: There was
Okay.
was there any the question I have now is was there any support like that they could see that you guys were coming apart and try to help you guys get together? Was there any village there? Your mother sitting down and talking to you, your dad and his dad talking to him. Like, was there any kind of wise counsel so you guys wouldn't break up?
Yeah, there was. There were people who tried. There were a community who did rally around us. My uncles, my dad. Like I said, I was raised around a bunch of men, so they wouldn't let no crap happen. But it was just financially, he was raping me. And like I was
Oh,
in nursing school, I had became a nurse.
right,
I was doing all the working, and he was not, trying to be supportive financially as a husband. I think a lot of marriages kind of dissipate over that, and I don't think we really
right,
realize it. But he just, I didn't feel like, so he was a football player. He had hopes and dreams, and I feel like
okay,
when we graduated from college, his dreams died and his hope died there. And I don't
okay,
feel like he ever recovered from that. So it was just like we were at a standstill because he was still stuck in that state of, you know, those hopes and dreams that he would never
Right.
accomplish. And so I didn't want to drag, pull, or push anybody. And I just got to a place, I'll never forget the day where I was just like, this not working.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
it kind of ended at that.
All right. Sorry that he
That was
was.
my first heartbreak.
That was just her first heartbreak, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's difficult, especially when somebody cannot adjust to a plan B in their life. Like this was it, and now I can't do it. Did he try to go to Canada to play or overseas or something like that? No.
He didn't try to work. He didn't try to do anything. It was just like he had
Right.
just and to this day, like I'm cordial. I am probably the most cordial person anybody will ever meet. Like he has kids, that he had during our marriage, outside of our marriage, that come to my house and stay here. So and I've never had any issues because like when we decided to part ways, I didn't have any ill will toward him. He did a
Okay.
lot of low down dirty things to me, but it was just like I just don't harbor negative energy. I just don't harbor negative energy. I'm just like, I gotta let it go. It cannot consume me.
Okay. So that must be why the teacher gave you a pow pow for not letting that girl copy on your page.
Mm. Yeah, she had to. That had to have been the reason why.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, was there a disappointment that humbled you?
Oh my God. So my first humbling disappointment in life outside of not being who I said I was going to be to myself, because I was going to be this doctor and I was going to be great, but then I got pregnant and then all that kind of, it didn't necessarily go out of the door, but I kind of just decided that I would do things to kind of get to the cash quick. But
Right.
outside of getting pregnant right out of high school, that was a major disappointment for me. Super
Okay.
humbling. But outside of that, I applied for nursing school. I had gotten a bachelor's degree in chemistry. I had started working as a teacher, and it wasn't for me. I did not like
Okay.
kids like that.
I like
I
my
didn't
kids, not those
realize.
kids.
I didn't realize I didn't like kids like that. And so, and I only had a bachelor's and I couldn't teach college. I could teach junior college, but I couldn't teach,
Right.
college with a bachelor's degree. I would have to go back and get a master's. And I'm not like no big school person. So, anyways, I applied for nursing school and I did not get accepted.
Wow.
And when I called the admissions office, because I knew people had gotten accepted that didn't have near the GPA that I had. I am a chemistry major with a
Right.
4.0 and I have like a 30 on the ACT. What do you mean I'm not accepted? She was like, it is what it is. I'm sorry, ma'am, what? And I have lived by that for my entire life. Like it was like, okay, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how
Right.
great you are. It doesn't matter what your
Right.
accolades are. A lot of times you have to know somebody. And I think that was one
Yeah.
of the most humbling experiences for me. I ended up getting in the next year, but woo,
Right.
that
Right. Right.
put a
Yeah.
dagger
That
in
that's
my heart.
that is a humble experience knowing that people got in with lower grades than you and
Knowing it,
not
knowing that
knowing
these
it.
people have
Yeah.
failed classes.
Yeah. That's a hard pill to swallow. It's a very hard pill to
Yes.
swallow. Um, how did that mold you into the person you are today, though?
It created the networker in me. It
Okay.
created the person who knows that, hey, there are certain rooms that you can't get into because you're smarter, because you know this or that, or because you have this job or that job. You have to be
Right.
able to talk to people. You have to be able to connect with people, and not just on a surface level, but for them to know you, and for them when they see you to be like, oh, that's such and such. So it created the
Right.
networker that I am today.
Nice. Nice. All right. Let me detour for a second.
Okay.
The comedy work that you do. How did you get involved in that?
The comedy work, meaning the people that we meet comedy wise.
Yeah.
Networking. Just
Networking.
so initially, yep. Initially we did a comedy show with, this was, oh my God, I can't even remember. It's been at least 10 years. We did a comedy show. We put our money together with some friends and we brought to here Kev on stage and Tony Baker
Right.
to Jackson. And this is when we were
Right.
running a venue downtown Jackson. So we put our money together. We brought these people here. The turnout was not anywhere near what we expected. So we took a loss. No worries. They hadn't come back to
Right.
Jackson since then. They got paid. So
Right.
let's just start there. But we came up short. But so when we started there, we kind of just built our relationships with the local comedians and we just started working with them, also with our local artists, because we have a
Okay.
nephew. We have two nephews actually, that are in Atlanta right now who do music. And so,
Nice.
it was like, okay, this is what we need to do in order to help not just build our brand, but try to connect and build other people's brands as well.
Okay. Good. Good. So I'm liking how your life is aligning for the purpose of the things that you do now. Because you definitely get in some rooms that most people can't get into. So that's awesome. Um, Looking back, what version of you were you trying to be loved as?
Mm. So my mom and dad, they have such a weird, fun relationship. And so I'm unapologetically me. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't get the unapologetic side. Like, because I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I'm not
Right.
gonna not tell you how I feel about things. And that's the person who I desire to be loved as. If you can't accept me in my rawest form, like I don't want you to be around me.
Yep.
I'm not your person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I concur 100%. Here's the raw me. If you can't take it, you don't need to be around me.
Get
Absolutely.
out the
Because
kitchen.
I can't put on the mask and the facade. I can't do that.
I will
Can't do it.
not. I choose not to.
Exactly.
Yep.
I will not do
Now
it.
I do wear a
Absolutely.
mask in the workplace. In my corporate job, I wear a mask. Do I be wanting to
Yeah.
take it off? I do. But I wear it in the corporate operations.
Not yet. Maybe the year I retire, I'll take it off.
They catching it.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Pivot a little bit. Becoming Calicia, right? What does that look
Mhm.
like? Purpose, motherhood, and grit. That's what we're going to talk about. I'm gonna take over from here as questions go. When did you realize you weren't just getting through life, but you were building something incredible?
When I met Jemey. And that is the honest to God truth. Like before I
Wow.
met this man, like I was literally just working multiple jobs, just making sure my children had the necessities, just paying bills. But when I met him, he opened up a whole nother world to me because he was an entrepreneur. I hadn't even stepped out
Right.
into that world yet. I was coming because I had just moved from my small town of Fayette into the metropolitan Jackson area. And so when I met him, he was running a business and doing all these fabulous things. And I was like, I got to get to know more about this man. And
Right.
so when I started dealing with him, like he was the one who helped me get my credit together. Was sitting over here on almost 800. He was the
Nice.
one who, taught me about investing and financial things. Like he showed me a way of life that I would have never imagined staying in my small town because we didn't know nothing about none of it down there. And so moving
Right.
here and meeting him really put me into a headspace of actually growing and not just living.
Wow. That's awesome. So he so he led you
He led me.
to a
He
situation
did.
where nice, nice that you didn't have before. That is awesome. And he patiently taught you something
He did
as smart
to
as you
this
were,
day.
as
Yeah,
smart as you
brilliant.
were, right?
Listen, my full scholarship was in accounting. So I could do numbers, I could do the books. I just didn't know how to do them to
Right.
make them work
Right.
in my favor. Yeah. I didn't know how to get
Nice.
that income. I didn't know how to build those streams of income that I needed to build. Those were the things that I
Okay.
was missing. So yeah, he definitely showed me a way there.
Nice. So we're not going to get into tonight to how you guys met. You got to go look at the last time I interviewed her and the future time when I do this couples interview. You can check that out. But it's refreshing to hear that you guys have built this for lack of a better word, it's only no, not even lack. It is the best word for the situation. You guys are building legacy together, and I think that is absolutely awesome because I really believe um, couples marriage is about legacy. It's not just about vacations and doing the fun stuff that we see on Instagram and Facebook and all of that. I think it's about building legacy, putting things in places so that your children's children can have a place to be like, yeah, they did that. You know what I mean? They did that. It's about sitting around listening to the stories, how, you know, mom met pop and mom did this and pop did that. And they came together and they built this thing together. So that's another thing that makes me love you guys as much as I love you guys because you guys are actually building legacy. So this next question, a little left field from what we just spoke about. What was your hardest season for you and how did you get through it? And what it revealed to you about yourself?
My hardest season has absolutely been losing my sister. There are some things that you just are not prepared for. I don't
Right,
care what people say, what the world throws you. There are some things that all of the knowledge in the world can't prepare you for some things. And I think losing my sister, I have literally lost a part of myself that I'll never get back, and you have to continue. You have to go on. And that's the part that people
right,
don't help you to understand. Like, you have to continue without this person, and you have to understand every day that, hey, they're not coming back. You can't talk to them. And she has two children that I am, somewhat responsible
wow,
for. And
okay,
so now I have to, rear them in a manner and think about, her and make sure that I keep her alive in their lives. And so that woke up a side of me that, because not only them, my mom and dad, because it's just the two of us. And so now I have to also be a backbone for them. I have to be a stronghold for them
right,
because so often they kind of sink into to depression, as
yeah,
it pertains
yeah,
to her. And so it has been and continues to be a season of just rebirth and rebuilding and just trying to stay strong and keep a straight face and be happy,
right.
because people want you to be on all the
We talked
time.
about that. We talked about that coming on. We talked about that
And sometimes,
behind the
like,
scenes.
you be needing a day or two sometimes to just be off. Sometimes you want to turn
Right.
off, and I don't have the privilege all the time to do that. So that has been this has been the toughest season of my life thus far.
Okay. Um, how long has it been since she passed?
It'll be 3 years in May.
Okay. What is your
Yes,
fondest memory of
she
her?
died. Um, my fondest memory of her. I have so many. 'Cause like I said, it was just the two of us. But probably fondest memory, she was there when my baby, when my oldest son was born.
Okay.
And it was like, she was like down there at the bottom. And she was like, oh my God. And she passed out.
Oh, oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was
Had,
probably my fondest memory. It was like,
has
but
she had
I,
kids yet, or this was her
no, she
first?
hadn't had kids
Okay.
yet. No,
Okay.
I had my two, and then she had her two.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So after seeing that, after passing out, she still wanted to have kids.
she didn't have them for about 2 years later, but she did
Right.
eventually have kids.
Okay.
But she has cesarean section, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, she didn't have to
she,
go through the
yeah,
same thing.
she didn't go
Wow.
through what I went through.
Right, 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 right. Okay.
But we've
Um,
had we've had such a great time together. So
uh, just popped in my head, so forgive me. If you could,
okay.
if you could talk to her right now, what would you tell her? I'm sorry, sis.
I I knew you were gonna do something like that. I would I would just hold her. I don't know if I would say anything to her. I would just hold her and just love her on her. I don't know if
Okay.
there's anything I can say. I would just love on her. I just miss her so much. There's nothing to say. I mean, these kids, she know they crazy. She know these kids ain't got dog sense. So, I couldn't update her about anything because she already know what's going on. But I
Right,
would just
right.
hold her in my arms, just love her. That's all I would do. I can't see myself doing much more than that.
Nice,
If I
nice,
had the
nice.
opportunity to.
I
Don't do that
appreciate.
to me, Tony.
I'm sorry, but I just felt it in my heart, like because, and the reason why I did that, and I'm just realizing it right now, is because we take this life for granted.
We do.
We take
We
it
do.
every
We
day for granted,
absolutely do. I agree with you 1,000,000%.
and we somebody asked me tonight because she just found a new boo, and I was like, is he in love? She's like, oh, it's too soon. I was like, no such thing.
Never a
Stop
such
playing.
thing as that.
Stop playing that game. Stop holding your heart.
Hmm.
Stop looking for red flags. Go be in love. Go be overly in love. Go do you. Let your heart sing. Let your heart be overjoyed. Because
Facts.
you don't know if you're going to see them tomorrow. You don't know. You sitting down going, "Oh, I wish I could have. I wish I should have loved them this way. I wish I know what that feels like, and I don't want that for anybody else.
I know, right? I know. I don't
I don't
either.
want
I
that for
agree
anybody.
100%.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
don't want that for anybody else.
And that's, you know what? Let me interview you right quick.
Okay.
Really quick question. I don't know what I was watching the other day, but it was like, would you rather love and lost or not know love at all?
Love and lose.
No. Why is that
Love and
everybody's
lose.
answer? It's only
Love
people
and
who
lose.
understand. It's only people who understand. Cause I don't know. Like, so I oftentimes push Jamie away, and I know we're getting off topic, and I'm gonna let you go on because sometimes I be so overwhelmed with grief that I'm like, I don't want to lose this man. So I would
Right,
rather just him go on about his business and me not have
right,
to lose
right,
him.
right,
Like,
right.
and so I actually sometimes feel like I would rather have never felt it.
No, I,
But
I,
that's
I,
just
I
me.
get it. Like, because when you sit down and you really think about it, right? When you really think about the way you love somebody and not really
Mhm.
like, and I thank you for going in this direction. When you really love somebody and you don't have the capacity to realize that one day they won't be here,
Mhm.
right? We don't
Mhm.
we don't raise our children to expect that. We don't
Mhm.
nurture ourselves to expect that. And I don't know if it's a blessing to watch them go slow so you can prepare for it,
Mhm.
or to watch them go
Mhm.
fast. I don't know which one that is, but what I do feel in my heart is that, and I've told myself this from last year. I will not let a day go by that I'm not overly loving everybody in my life. I
Amen.
don't care how it looks. I don't care how it feels to them. I'm gonna overlove the hell out of you because I
Yeah.
don't know. Like if I'd have had my way last year, I would not be here today.
Hmm.
So
Oh my.
when I look at all of the things that I've done, the people that I've been around, the people that I didn't give all the love that I possibly could to, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm
Yeah.
going to drown you in Tony's love. You
Yeah.
will not be able to walk up this place that that man didn't love me. You will not be able
That
to say
part.
that. That part.
I love that.
So
I love that.
so I'd rather have that than, because I think people who are closed off don't get a chance to experience what it truly means to be human.
Mm.
Because if you don't let your heart do what your heart's got to do, and
Mhm.
be illogical sometimes, to look stupid, to get hurt, and then what are you doing? You're closing yourself off to experiences that we can't explain to you. Like, no, you, outside of you shedding your tears for your sister, you can't explain to no one what it is for the loss that you have, and what would it be like if you could hold her right. You can't explain that, but you want it, right? Why
Indeed.
not want? Why close yourself off that you can't have that? And I tell and when I talk to my clients and they talk about, well, I got my heart broken and I'm never gonna let anybody do that to me again. I was like, you foolish person. You foolish person. This is what life is about. When you were a child, you fell, you scraped your knee, you got up and started walking again. You knew how to walk better.
Yeah.
You learn how to walk better.
Thanks.
That's it. Right? You put
Indeed.
up little boundaries, right? And you got to sometimes check your boundaries. And I'm getting way off topic, but sometimes you got to check your boundaries because sometimes your boundaries are defense systems that you don't need to have.
Mm,
Because
mm.
sometimes you need to sit in why the relationship broke up. You need to take in what your responsibility was why the relationship broke up, even if the person hurt you. We know how that likes to go, sis. It happened earlier. we, we, we love the impromptu.
My lights went out. Go ahead.
We love the impromptu. But if you don't sit with yourself to understand you are part of the situation that got broken, no matter if you were bamboozled, no matter if you made all the wrong decisions, you are a part of it. So until you take the responsibility for yourself and what you did, and then forgive them for whatever they did, even if they drug you down the wrong path, you will not be able to experience this life in its fullness. And everything will be rough. Everything will be somebody else's fault. And I just refuse to live in that life. I just refuse to do it. I'd rather tell you,
I agree.
I'd rather tell you I'm sorry. I
Mm-hmm.
apologize
Mm-hmm.
than to ask
Mm-hmm.
permission. I'm not going to ask
All right,
permission
there
to
you
love you.
go.
I'm going to love you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
I needed
So
that.
let's get back to to where we were.
All right.
Woo! Trying to make me woo. Okay.
Woo! We have a deep one here.
Yeah. What do you think your partnership represents to people, especially black men and black families?
My partnership with my significant other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, partnership with what? um, so we often we get lots of compliments, we get lots of inboxes, we get lots of messages, just about the way that we relate to each other, and so I think it means to people we're not the typical couple. We're very unorthodox. We're not swingers, or we don't have an open relationship or anything like that for anybody out there wondering. But we just allow one another to be our individual selves. Like there's
Nice.
no strongholds. There's no, I don't expect him to be who he's not. He doesn't expect me to be somebody else. And I think that's what a lot of relationships lack is, yeah, you do go into the relationship with expectations, but not expectations for people to change, but for them to grow.
Right.
And I think
Right.
that's the only stipulation that we have in each other's lives, is that we are watching to fruition one another grow in our
Nice.
spaces, not mentally, emotionally, financially. And then at any time that place comes to a halt, or that place comes to a cap, then we can discuss that. But outside
Okay.
of that, there's no desire for him to be who he's not. We're just out here being ourselves, and I think people
Right.
really admire, appreciate that.
That is dope though. That is and what is so important about what you just said is I'm not trying to fix you. You're not trying to fix me, but you're showing me where I lack. You're tapping on where I lack. Wait, baby, you're not doing this right. Like there's a different way to do this. Or baby, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that I'm changing you. That means I see something that you don't see. But at the same
Right.
time, I'm allowing to be yourself. Um, and I think a lot of people get lost in this hypersensitive cultured world where you have to be what I want you to be.
Mm.
This is my list of things that I want, and you got to be 6'9" and make
Mm.
$85 billion a month, and all these things, right? That don't make up the human being. Like I asked
Right.
the question I ask women mostly, because truth be told, men kind of know what they want, right, in a woman.
Yeah.
But I
Hmm.
ask women a lot. if you were blind, you could not
Hmm.
see anything. What qualities should he have? Most women can't answer that question.
Hmm. Interesting. Are
And
you asking me? Are you...
no, I'm not asking because you
Okay,
found your dude.
good. Okay, good.
You found your dude. You know what I mean? He sparked the curiosity in you. You was like, huh, here's a guy who's got his business. He's got it going on. He's doing things. You know, you found somebody. He wasn't even on your checklist. Like he was like, oh, who's this? What's that? Hey,
What's
what's going
this?
on here? Like I remember the first time we had the conversation about how you guys met. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't that fluff thing. It was a
Yeah,
genuine
no.
curiosity. And I also tell people this: to stay in love or to stay present. Let's do that because sometimes you're
Hmm.
not in love. Sometimes you're pissed off at that person. I don't
Yeah,
like
for
you.
sure.
I don't like you
I
today.
mean,
I
you
love.
cannot, yeah. You definitely gonna be in love, but yeah, you cannot like them sometimes.
Right, right. I don't like you today. I love you, but I don't like you today. I haven't liked you for the last 2 months. But I'm here because we figured something out. And I
Yeah.
say all that to say is that we have to change our mindset of trying to mold a person into the thing that we want them to be because we can't. And I say this almost to every podcast that I get on is that one of the most profound things that I've ever heard about a relationship, and and I think I heard it in the end of 24, is that a grandson asks his grandfather, "You and grandma have been together for 60 years. How did you stay together so long?" He told him, he said, "She has changed 6 to 7 times, and I loved her for every person she became. Not I tried to change her. Not I wanted the old things to come back. I loved her for each version she became." So that opened up my mind to like, wow, the girl that I met in the club, like if you met you met your boo in the club, 5, 6 years from now, she's not gonna want to go to the club anymore. When you start having kids, that all of that changes. And we're not, I don't think a lot of people are raising their children to do or to anticipate there will be change. Like your significant other will change and you have to love them through the process. Um,
Facts.
I think you and Jeremy are relationship goals. I really do. And I
Oh,
think that people should kind of model like what you guys do, and not make it the whole blueprint of their lives, but fit in what fits in and get in where it happens. So let's talk about the journal, right?
okay.
Let's tell the audience how the journal started, um, how you made Jeremy get off his butt. I always love this story. Did you look up the name? We gotta do something right now. Like let's
Yeah,
talk about that.
yeah, and that's what any idea that he has, I'm always like, if he spits it out, like, okay, let's jump on it. Even with the kids, same way with the kids, because my son has a clothing line as well.
Nice.
My baby boy has a podcast. Well, it's not really a podcast; it's a YouTube channel, and he just does little
Okay.
random stuff on there. My daughter, she just in her own world. So, and his older two kids, they just in their own world. So, but his oldest daughter has modeled a little bit. His
Okay.
son, he's at Delaware State, so he's in the modeling crew. So, they're kind of
Nice.
making their own lanes. But yeah, he called one day, and he was just like, I think I know, I want to do this. And he was like, and I want to call it this. And I was on the road and I was like, look up the domain and if it's available, buy it. And we just
Right.
went from there. We just went from
Nice.
there. It has been all uphill since then.
But it's been a lovely uphill journey.
It has. It has. Yep. And continuously climbing the hill, just
Okay.
waiting for our next adventure and pushing and creating opportunities for ourselves.
So let's go down the line of the names of the journals. What do you
Okay.
have?
We
What are
have
the
hello,
journals?
black man. Hello, black child. Hello, black woman. Hello, black couple. Hello, black entrepreneur. Hello, black first responder. Hello, black artist. We have hello, athlete. We have hello, veteran. We have hello, black couple. We have hello, black teen. We have hello, I'm missing two. Oh, we have the Journey Journal, which is for anybody. And
Right,
we
right.
have, there's one more that I'm missing. Don't make me lie. I'm missing
Um, the,
something.
the
Did I say
what is the?
artist?
I think you did say artist. I think
I
you
don't
did
know
say
which one
artist.
I'm
Not
missing.
sure,
I'm missing
but
somebody.
I was listening. I was listening for the journal for the non-black people, and that was the one you just said.
Yeah, the Journey Journal. I say hello, athlete. I feel like I said
Yep,
athlete.
yep,
It's,
yep. You
it's
said
one
hello,
more.
athlete.
It's
Yep, yep.
one more that I'm missing. Oh, LGBTQ.
Right, right,
Yep.
right, right,
So that's the
right,
last
right,
one.
right,
So
right, right, right.
that's the
Absolutely.
14 that we're currently at. So,
And
and
you
we're
have
working on
hoodies.
Greece.
You have
We have
hoodies. You have
hoodies.
t-shirts. You have hats.
We
You have
have
earrings.
earrings.
Yes.
We have dresses. I'm wearing a dress.
Okay. So let me ask this question: what is the
Okay.
most impactful thing one of your clients or customers has said to you about the journals?
So honestly, um, he has a little cousin. He has cousins, and so we gave his cousin's little boy a journal, and his cousin called and he was like, "I just read Brent's journal. I don't mean to call Brent's name, but I just read his journal." And he was like, he wrote in his journal that he wanted to spend more time with his dad. And
Wow.
he was like, because he works nights. So, when you work
Right.
nights, a lot of
Right.
times
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
children can get neglected because during the day you're
Yeah.
resting, you're sleeping, they're at
Right.
school. So by the
Right.
time they get
Yeah.
home from school, you're getting ready to go to work. And so he ended up actually changing shifts to spend
Amen.
more time with his son. And I felt
Amen.
like that was probably one of those moments where I was like, okay, we're doing a good deed here.
Yep.
Like this is something
Absolutely.
that needs to be in
Absolutely.
every household because
Yeah.
children do not always talk. They won't talk all the
Right.
time.
Right.
But when you put something in front of them, if they're writers, some are not writers. The fact that he wrote that down and was able to
Yeah.
express that, and his dad was able to understand and feel it without them having no drawn out conversation about
Right.
it,
Right.
it was
Right.
it
Right.
was beyond impactful for me.
No, that's. I don't want to say tough, but tough is coming out of my mouth right now. But that's awesome. Like for dad to adjust and not take it personal, to
Hmm.
understand my son is asking for me. Like,
Right.
some people might take it personal. Well, I'm working to make
Yeah.
sure your bills get paid and you get a roof over
Right.
your head and da 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 da. Not go, wait, this might be beneficial for the both of us. So let me
Right.
go
Right.
just on the fly to do what he needs to do. Um,
Yeah. That was amazing.
okay. Have you guys done something like, because I've thought of this a couple of times. I told you, uh, I think I told you in the middle of 2024, we never got a chance to get to it, is to have a men's space for men to talk, but let the journal be the guiding book through the conversation.
We've done a couple of churches. We've gone to a couple of churches with the
Okay.
journal, for like their Men's Day programs.
Right.
We've done Father's Day programs. We've done Father's Day events. Yeah, so we have, been able to do that in certain spaces. And I even think that at his job, they've done a couple of events where the journal has been kind of like their guide to talking things through.
Nice. Nice. And I want to make something clear as well. I haven't talked about them as much as I need to. I have one, two, three. I have four journals, and I've created them. They're more spiritual journals, but I created
Mhm.
them based off you guys doing journals. Like you guys inspired me to
Okay,
get ahead and do
that's
some
what's
journals. Yeah, I
up.
have I have the 40-day prayer journal, the 31-day walk through Proverbs, the 21-day fast journal,
Ooh.
and then I have a journal that I do for churches. It's called "Where Are You, Adam?" So you go and you talk to the men about showing up in the community. So, but that's
I like
because you
it. Are
guys,
they on Amazon?
yes, yes, yes. And that's
Okay,
because you guys,
great,
that's because
awesome.
you
Send me
guys
some
did the
links.
journals. And you guys, I have my Hello Black Man journal. I even bought two people journals, Hello Black Man journals. Yeah.
Dope, dope.
They were
Well, I need
twined.
to know where your journals are because I want to definitely
Yeah.
pick some up.
Yeah, they're on Amazon. They're on,
Okay.
I'm trying to, there's a way to do a whole Amazon place where you can just send one link and it shows everything. I'm just trying to figure that part out and I'll start
Do
sending
you
it
have
around.
an author page?
That's what I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to build an author's page.
Okay.
I'm trying to work
All
it out.
right. Yeah.
So,
Create your author space. Okay.
yeah.
You got this.
Um, yeah, and I just dropped my new book.
Is that a hardback? Ubuntu. Oh my God. I am all
So
familiar with
it is, it is,
Ubuntu. So,
it is my son. It's both of my sons,
mhm.
my nephew, and a guy. His name is Cisco. Incredible poet. Been following each other for at least 20 years on social media. Um,
Mhm.
I was like, hey, this is something that needs to be done for legacy, so let me get it done. And my oldest son, actually, because I did a program um, with the Youth Bureau of Mount Vernon, I got to talk to some kids, and I did it based off the premise of Ubuntu. And my son, because the name of the title of his book was going to first be Family Matters. He's like, nah, Dad, we're going to go with Ubuntu. I was like, oh, okay.
Like it.
So
I
we,
like it. Do
so
you guys celebrate Kwanzaa?
no, I don't really celebrate Kwanzaa. I know I
Okay.
haven't really gone deep enough into Kwanzaa to celebrate it, but I respect it.
Well, it's such a controversial with
Yeah, I
the
respect it.
the person who created it and stuff, but I definitely try to instill the principles of it into my children. I think
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
absolutely. I think the principles are dope. Um,
Yeah.
this might be seen a little bit off color. I'm gonna say off color.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
I still listen to every once in a while some R. Kelly
Hmm.
because his music has nothing to do with his act to me.
I agree. I agree.
So when people go, I'm not gonna be based in that because XYZ did. We're human. We all make mistakes. We all
Yeah.
do
Yeah. Yeah.
things out of character. So if you offer something to the world that makes sense, I don't know what the guy who created the celebration for us did, but
Okay.
the principles work. The
Similar R.
principles,
Kelly type stuff.
huh?
A
Some R.
similar R.
Kelly
Kelly
does that.
type stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
we're men. We fall.
And so,
We're men.
and
We
we as
fall.
women
Yeah,
fall too.
yeah, we fall. So it doesn't take away the impact of his principles that he sent out.
I agree.
It's too bad he didn't follow them for himself, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Um, if you could round each one of your kids up in a room,
Hmm. Hmm.
right, and give them one message that you know that would all resonate with them, what would you tell them?
Hmm. Hmm. I'm thinking about all the kids. Like I'm
Of
thinking
course,
about
of
every
course.
single one of them.
Yeah,
And I'm just thinking about their personalities and how different each single one of them are. I think something that would probably resonate with them, and this is something I tell them probably, if not on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, is to speak into yourself who you want to be. Like
nice.
I your mindset creates your mindfulness. So if you say that you are a failure or if you say you're no good, those things will be highlighted in your life. So
Yeah,
try to create a positive mindset for yourself so that your mind will create a outlook for all of your successes and not your failures. And that's what I tell them all the time. Let your mindset be your mindfulness.
absolutely. I really love that. I'm trying to begin to tell people really listen to the I ams you call yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I am a loser. No,
Mm-hmm.
you're not. I'm a
Yep.
failure. No, you're not. I am ugly. No, you're not. You are
Right.
you are speaking language that doesn't that's not for you. right?
Yeah,
I
that
can
shouldn't
feel
align with your purpose and your calling.
shouldn't lie with your person. It's okay to feel ugly. It's okay to feel like you lost, right? Because
Right.
that's like there are and I'm gonna have to go this way anyway because I guess I'm being led to do that. Is that I've learned recently is that I hate as much as I write, I hate the English language.
Mm.
Because when I learned other languages, like when I talk to people who have other languages and we get into a deep conversation, they go, Tony, I want to express it to you in my language, but English doesn't carry what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
can't really express to you what it means in English, right? And one of the things I
Mm-hmm.
recently learned that a lot of languages say, they don't say I'm depressed. They say
Mm-hmm.
depression is flowing through me.
Mm.
I'm not
Mm.
sad. Sadness is flowing through me. So it's not
Wow.
sitting here.
Right.
But in English, it's everything is attached to us. We nail it into
Right.
us. It's
Ooh.
not passing through us, it's nailed into us.
Ooh.
Right?
Say that.
So when
Yes.
people goes, I am I have ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? That tells you I have a weakness, right?
Yeah.
And not a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
ADHD
Mm-hmm.
can be a superpower at times, right?
Right.
If it's
Yes,
managed
for
correctly,
sure.
right? So
Right.
if it's I've been gifted with this thing that's different
Mm-hmm.
from people that allows me to do these things, then yeah. I just think that this language that we speak and words are so powerful. Like the good book says, God spoke everything into existence, right?
Indeed.
So
Mm-hmm.
if words and the resonation of words mean that much, why are we labeling ourselves these things that we're not?
Right.
I don't
Facts.
even I don't even and this is and I just want people to understand and hear me clearly. I'm a black man by necessity, but I am not a black man because the word black was invented by some, let me say this carefully, some Europeans with low self-esteem that felt they needed to be better than everybody. Black
Hmm.
as a people did not exist before they did that in the 14 to 1500s. That
Right.
did not exist. That's why some countries you go to and go, you're black. They go, no, I'm not. They're not disrespecting the word of who they are complexion wise. They just, I'm not that.
Right.
So we have to move into a space where I am human and I just happen to have this melanated skin that soaks up the sun and gives me some superpowers.
Yes. For
You know what I mean?
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have to. I just think that we have to be really careful the way we describe ourselves and our children with this American language. Like we really need to really start being very careful and intentional about how we talk to them.
I agree.
So I guess Jemey got jumped into his podcast because he didn't send me the question. Because you text him and say, "Hey, send the question." He can send it to you if he's not too deep in it.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. What do I have here? I thought he was sending it while he
Yeah, I
was
thought so
sitting
too, but
here.
he might have got caught up. I do the same thing. I walk away and I forget. What was I supposed to
Well,
do?
on another note, like, how have you been? Just random conversation. How have you been?
I've been great.
It's
I've been great. I've been
good.
great. I'm on 2026 is my legacy tour. It's I'm trying to do
Okay.
things. I wrote, directed my first play
Hmm.
for people with MS that was performed on January 31st. I'm bringing that back on April 11th. My first stage play. You have the book Ubuntu. I'm doing the podcast. I got a couple other projects under my belt that I'm working on. I'm trying to leave some legacy for the kids,
I'm
for my
excited
children,
about this
my
Ubuntu book.
children's children.
Um, yeah, the Ubuntu. So we have a like a circle of business friends here, and one of
Uh-huh.
them runs a a nonprofit called Briarwood Art Center. If you follow me on Facebook, you've probably seen it because we do like candles and quilts and
Okay.
we do like paint nights. But their main room in their building is called the Ubuntu Room. So I can't wait to
Nice.
get this book. Yeah, I
Nice.
can't wait
Nice.
for that to
Nice.
be a part
Nice.
of their
Nice.
display. I
Nice.
don't know if
Nice.
he's gonna be able to because he is in the
Yeah,
middle of
that's okay if you can't. We'll no, we'll work something out.
Okay. I'm
Because I
sorry.
can. It's so, listen, no sorry necessary. He's doing a podcast. You're on a podcast. You guys got the children after this and eating, so that's cool.
Yes.
Um, my question to wrap this up:
Okay.
if you could do one, okay, if you could sit down with Donald Trump and he would listen, what would you say to the humanity in him that would make him change the world?
I would probably try to appeal to his empathetic side. And just something that I have always governed myself by is treat everybody the way you want to be treated. And I don't think it gets any more simplistic than that. Because
Doesn't.
yeah, when I am in my role as a nurse or as a mother or whatever I'm doing when I'm out and about, whether it's charitable things that we do, every person is no different than me.
Yep.
So, if I treat these people like my mother, my brother, my cousin, my sisters, like I will treat them with dignity and respect. So I would just say treat people like you want to be treated. That would probably be my only thing to say to him.
That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And of course, we're appealing to the humanity side of him, and hopefully that would get resonate and do a change. Sis, this has been great. I appreciate your time. I know you're uber busy. I know you guys are doing a lot of beautiful things. I'm going to hold you both responsible for the family reunion. I'm going to hold you both responsible if you come up.
July
To
4th.
you get closer to the East Coast. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know because I'm coming to
Got
see you.
you.
Right. I want to
Bet.
come and
Say
see you.
less.
So
I'm gonna
again,
look all of it up right now. I'm gonna look the schedule up. I'm gonna look up when we'll be available. I'm gonna shoot you that info ASAP.
please do. Please do. And again, thank you very much. What would you like to say to the people that you would have them outside of, what you just said to Trump, but
Mhm.
outside of all of that, what would you say to the people uh, to hopefully make an impact in their lives from today on?
Um, Live out loud and be unapologetically you because nobody in this world is more you than you. That's Dr. Seuss.
Amen.
So be you.
Right.
And
Be
don't let
you, do
anybody
you.
dull your light or steal your shine.
All
And don't
right.
be out here
Great.
dulling nobody, trying to dull nobody's shine, because it's not gonna make your light any brighter.
Sure, it's not. So it's going to dull your light, actually. It's
Mm,
definitely going to dull your light. So, sis,
that
thank you
part.
very much. I greatly appreciate you. We'll be talking to you guys soon. I love you.
Yes,
Give Jeremy a hug for me, and I will talk to you
I
guys
will.
soon.
All right,
YouTube
sounds good.
family, Triumphant family, we appreciate you sitting in with this. I know it's been impactful for you. I know you learned some stuff. Leave it in the comments. Follow her. The information is right there. Hello, Black Man. You got to go to helloblackman.com. There's merch there for you.
Mhm.
There are books that will change your life. Please go get them. Thank you again. Triumphant TV, we are out.